Hey, hello everyone. This is the Shooting Game Weekly episode number 43 on Dodonpachi. Sorry,
Dodonpachi.
Saidaioujou. Like one of my buddies, Ukatari Panda, got really mad at me one day because I kept on saying Paki for Dodonpachi. Let's get it right. It's Dodonpachi. Ain't eating no Paki, but yeah. We're finally getting around to Dodonpachi Saidaioujou. It's been often requested since the release, the region-free release of this game on the Xbox 360. Came out in the arcades in 2012 from Cave. Of course, this is their final game of the Dodonpachi series, and rumored to be, by some, to be Cave's final arcade game in general, but I have hope that something cave-like is going to keep coming in the future.
I don't know. Maybe Saidai Daifukatsu, maybe.
No,
Jesus
Christ.
Saidai Fukatsu.
Don't give them ideas, because I think the series is over. But in any case, should be an awesome replay. I'm joined by a variety of people to help out with this one. Joined by Icarus.
Hello.
Hey, Chris, and you'll be covering a 360 mode replay. Well, we'll be watching your 360 mode replay on here.
Yep.
Also, say again.
360 laser.
360 laser, and also joined by Jaimers. We'll be watching your X part replay.
Sup, guys?
Yep, glad to have you on the show. I know you're a little bit reluctant in the past, but now it's your calling, the Dodonpachi. So
Yeah, that's mostly because they didn't have a proper mic first.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, and Ratikal will also be joining us, and you'll be helping out as well.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Just a couple familiar faces, and Jamer is new here, and then of course Soda's got the stream holding it down for us. We got those beautiful HD graphics. It's HD after all, the game. So, well, if you got in the 360, so.
I love that background.
Oh yeah.
Great background.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. So, all right. Why don't we get into kind of the game and the mechanics and stuff? Yeah, I think we've kind of talked about what the game is. I don't know. Who wants to start with kind of like the very basics of Dodonpachi? The main things is it is you do have a chain meter, but like what are all the kind of things, what kind of basic things we're going to be thinking about as we go into this game? I suppose we'll be first talking about what the regular arcade mode is like in general, and then we'll be moving on to Jamer's expert replay as the first replay that we do watch. Anyone want to try to take over?
No, James, you had like a list set up, so do you want to do that first, or?
Yeah,
I can try and
that's
explain some stuff. Okay,
But
go ahead.
after Daifukatsu, Cave pretty much wanted to go back to basics with a much more simpler game with simple mechanics instead of all the world canceling stuff from Daifukatsu. So they they thought, hey, Dai-Ou-Jou, that's a cool game, right? Let's remake that again instead make it better and stuff.
Right. Yeah, this is supposed to be the true sequel to Dai-Ou-Jou, on Southfront as on the PS2. So yeah, it is good to note that. Does this game feel like a true sequel to that game? You think then?
I think I do.
Yeah.
There's also a lot of homages and references to Dai-Ou-Jou that you can clearly see as the game goes on, and boss design, stage design, and patterns. You can see some similarities when you do it.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, the music is pretty much written with like Dai-Ou-Jou tributes in the 360 mode, which is pretty cool.
Okay. Well, you want to talk about like various characters, differences, or the I don't know.
Well, you've got the basic three shot types that were usual in the Dodonpachi series, the Type A and Type B and Type C. Type E is your regular, fast forward, fast ship, and the Type C is then the slow, wide spread ship, and with Type B in the middle, with your middle ground for that. Except it's a bit different in this game, because your options rotate very fast in the direction that you're going to, instead of Yeah, in Daifuxa it's actually pretty slow, but here in this game it's very fast, which can throw off some people, but it's not really much of a problem once you get used to it.
Okay.
And they're all like personified by little girls, pretty much. So like A type is like this tsundere type, B type's like this quiet type, and C type's like a schoolgirlish type. I don't know, but whatever.
And
Yeah, and there's
go ahead.
there's this sort of a dress system in place. Dress system is what Keith called it. It's that which dress you pick, you get you pretty much just the short laser and expert types that you also had in Dai-Ou-Jou.
Right, and then you select those if the character select, of course. Yeah, so
Right.
getting the dress on them, right? It's very silly, but it's cool. I mean, hey, girls.
Girls, man.
Dress up, shoot 'em up, yeah.
Pick your favorite.
Okay, and then also there's a choice for auto bomb on the character select as well. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Right. The difference between auto bomb and not auto bomb is that with auto bomb you get a bit less bombs, but if you get hit, all your bomb stock will be depleted. Except then with non-auto bomb, you get a few extra bombs more, but you don't get a safety net or anything.
Right.
I personally think you should always go with auto bomb because a safety net is always way more useful than a few extra bombs if you
Really?
have a basic idea of what you're doing. Yeah.
So okay. Oh, I see. So if you do know what you're doing, the auto bomb actually ends up being better. You think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
Good for me too.
Yeah, if you're going to mess up, you're going to get hit and not usually not use a bomb.
So, but there's like the multiple levels of players. Maybe a very noobish player would want to have the auto bomb originally, just so they don't get too frustrated. But you're saying though, if once you know the game, you still want the auto bomb.
Yeah, it's sort of like a shield.
Yeah.
But you can use it once you get hit. You can just pick up another bomb and you have your shield again.
So you definitely got your preference there. All right. So you want to
Yeah,
talk about okay.
And with the shield, you pretty much always dodge better because you can take you can take more risk that way. So you'll automatically use less bombs also.
That's true. Like, yeah, if you have that safety net, I definitely feel like you can be risky. That's cool. Awesome. So the bombs, yeah, they're bombs, whatever. You want to talk about like the hypers and the chaining and what they do in this game and how you do it?
Do you want me to
Yeah,
go with that?
hypers in the game pretty much work like the ones in Dai-Ou-Jou, except instead of a maximum of level 5, you can go up to a maximum of level 10. And each hyper level gives you a GP bonus. Like level 1 gives you 1.1 bonus to your hit weight. It's the chaining stuff. And level 5 is on 1.5, but the big change is level 6. Level 6 you get immediately jump to 2.2 multiplier. And then level 10 is a 3 multiplier.
So you build up the hypers by just simply destroying enemies.
By destroying enemies, by chaining, and by using the laser aura on enemies to shotgun them.
The laser helps bring the hyper gauge up. Okay, gotcha. And you can see the hyper level meter.
And the bees, of course.
The bees help as well. Yep. So the hyper gauge is below where it says max in the top left. Right below that is that GP number by the plus, right? Is
The plus, yeah.
that's
The yellow
GP?
number.
And that GP, well, I don't know if you want to go into it quite yet, but that's like another value that goes into your multiplier. I mean, something like that.
Yeah, every enemy has a different value to it.
Mm-hmm.
And that gets multiplied by the amount of hits and then by the GP count.
Okay. Okay, cool. And then so you get bigger hypers, and then the hypers end up being worth more. All the enemies are worth more points when you're at a higher hyper level. When you have a higher hyper activated, then
How higher
Yes.
the hit count, how higher the value of the enemies, of course.
okay. So you have the choice. Yeah. So I guess you'd have the choice to use your hypers immediately, or you could save up if you want to go for like a big scoring like craziness.
That's generally how it would go. Yeah.
You always want to go at least for level 6 because that's where the big multiplayer change happens.
But what if you're new? What if you're new to the game? Like, would you say it'd be better to use your hypers to cancel bullets in tough situations, or is that just like a dumb idea?
Well, for survival, I think you can use your hypers whenever you like.
Okay, because we do got to consider the lower level players, of course.
Of course.
Yeah, there's the whole thing with rank too. Rank's an issue when you start using hypers. Like the rank will go up, which I don't think the rank isn't too bad. But if you're going for a scoring kind of thing, we'll explain later.
see.
But you want rank to be low.
Okay.
Yeah, rank is bad for score.
It's better for score in arcade mode, but not better for score in 360 mode. Sorry.
Oh, really? Okay. Okay. So yeah. And then yeah, you can see the rank number at the middle of the screen. They just go ahead and tell you there. It goes. Does it go up to 50 in the arcade as well?
Yes.
Oh
50 is the
goodness.
max.
Goodness.
How one would get it to 50, I have no idea.
Okay, so
That's actually quite an achievement.
So it doesn't really happen. And then we didn't really talk much about the chaining, but chaining has been a part of the Dodonpachi series since basically the beginning, and now in this game in Daifukatsu, the chaining has become more lenient compared to Dai-Ou-Jou and probably even Dodonpachi, the original. As you can see in the top left corner of the screen, there's this kind of red bar, and that's constantly refilling and depleting as you kill enemies and you're not killing enemies. And then he's like using the laser on the boss there to hold on to that chain meter, keep it going.
There too.
And then an auto bomb will also kill your chain. So I guess is the chain like almighty in this game? Are you always going to want to? Is breaking it going to be the worst thing to your score, or can you break it a couple times, or like how important is it going to be? I guess a full chain is obviously going to be great, but
Once you know a general route in this game, breaking the chain is going to be very difficult. Because,
Yeah.
the
oh, okay, I see.
chaining is that simple in this game compared
So
to
it's
the previous
So it's
Dodonpachi.
pretty simple, cool. So if you break your chain, you really like messed up, like pretty much, right?
Yeah, you would.
Yeah,
have to
pretty
mess up.
much, yeah.
So that's cool.
Like-
So they kept it they kept it easy to chain for the most part. Then
Which is a bit disappointing in my opinion, but what can you do?
you would have preferred more strict chaining.
Yeah, because in the original Dodonpachi, you had to all do all of these acrobatic movements and all these fluid motions to keep the chain going. It was actually a lot of fun.
Mm,
There's not so anything of that in this game actually.
I see.
It's really simple to chain.
There's
they
this,
don't have to do anything
there's
silly
this
or
stuff.
stupid.
There's this stuff everywhere on the screen, right? So
Yeah, that and the stars that drop also increase the chaining bar, which helps a lot with keeping it steady.
Okay, is there any other like fundamental mechanics we should talk about in the game, or what are some other things you want to kind of mention about playing the game? I guess in general, since we're still talking about the regular arcade mode right now, we will be talking about how expert changes things. But is there anything else?
I guess we can mention hyper recharging, like how to recharge your hyper, but that only applies to like maybe stage 3 and stage 5.
Okay, so that's like an advanced hyper
That's I think
technique,
that
hyper
might be
recharge
advanced.
technique.
Maybe we'll mention that as it happens. But other than that, I think we got most of the basic things covered.
Okay, and then unlike Daifukatsu, there isn't like any warps to other loops and that type of thing. This is just straightforward 5 stages, right?
Yep. Extra boss.
Yeah, just one loop.
Environments.
Gotcha.
It's a bit weird because cycle loops have always been a bit of a tradition of Dodonpachi. It's a bit weird to have only one loop in this game.
I see.
Yeah, to compensate though, they made the difficulty a lot higher.
Yeah. This.
I guess.
Yeah. The difficulty of this game is pretty tough.
If you think about it this way, Hibachi's kind of like the loop, because she's wicked hard. Then Inbachi's kind of like the Earl loop, because fuck.
Yeah.
That one.
Inbachi is way beyond Oerloopio.
Is there a trigger for the special bosses in the regular mode or expert modes then? Or
And Skik. For Hibachi, all you have to do is lose not more than 1 life, and get 3 full beat chains. Is to collect all the beasts in one stage for 3 consecutive stages, and not get hit or anything between them, between collecting those.
that's Hibachi, and then there's another boss, Inbachi.
Inbachi, yeah. For Inbachi, you have to not die, not bomb, collect all the B items in the game, and have at least a 30,000 hit rate, and higher than 30 rank after you beat the final boss.
What was the 30? What was the 30,000 for?
30,000 hit chain.
Oh, it's a
Stage
30,000
5.
chain. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Wow, that's
And
quite a bit of requirements.
On expert, I believe it's 50,000 hit chain, and a rank over 40 plus on expert.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy, yeah.
So that's so. I mean, it takes a lot of practice to. Would you say get Hibachi triggered and Inbachi? I mean, how big of a difference is it to achieve those requirements for Inbachi?
For Hibachi, it's really not all that difficult, I think, after you practice the game a bit. But Inbachi, it's just silly.
Okay.
And actually, I think it's always more better to just go for Hibachi when you do the score ones. Because you're not going to beat Inbachi.
I see. All right. Well, okay. I guess that's going to cover pretty much the kind of vanilla arcade mode. We will be transitioning into Jaimers Expert Replay. So do you want to talk about the changes that occur in Expert mode compared to the regular arcade?
Yeah, well, in expert mode is, of course, everything is way more difficult. It's sort of second loop patterns, you can say. Your hitbox is a lot smaller in expert mode compared
Really?
to the normal game. Yeah,
Smaller. Oh wow.
it's sort of like Dai-Ou-Jou hitbox. It's very, very tiny. And for the rest, you have a strong laser and a strong shot, compared to the normal game where you only have either a strong shot or a strong laser.
Right.
And you
right.
only get 1 bomb in expert mode.
I see.
A maximum of 1 bomb.
And
That about covers it, I think.
okay, so are the patterns the same, or are they just faster then? Or
They're a lot more dense. First of all, I
okay.
think they're also faster. I think.
Okay, so they are different, but in a way that they're more dense.
Yeah, some patterns are completely different, however. But
And-
you will see that when it comes.
Okay, and that goes for, I guess that would go for the bosses as well, I'd imagine.
Yeah, they're generally a lot harder, yes.
Okay, so all right, so I'm kind of wondering this. Did you Jaimers, did you beat the arcade mode before you went to expert? Like what kind of gave you the idea to just go to expert like immediately? I guess is the question I have.
Well, before the game came out, yeah, everybody was saying how difficult the game is.
Huh?
So me and Erpo actually made a little bet or something to see if we could want to see the game on the release date. Which we actually
okay on the regular
mode,
arcade.
Yeah, which we actually managed to do, which was actually pretty funny.
You both
Pretty fun to do.
1cc'd it on the day of release.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Okay,
watched
so
we watched a lot of replays beforehand. See what all these bosses do a little bit of practice, and hey, let's see if we can beat it.
So
Which was pretty fun,
that's
yeah.
the trick to it. You watch the replays, do the practice, and then you 1cc the game first
Yeah,
day.
before we got the game, yeah, we watched a lot of plays.
All right, so there you have it,
And then
folks. That's the trick to doing it. If you want to 1cc it the first day, just watch those replays, practice up, and there you go. Because I have friends who play this game and they just say, "Holy shit, it's so fucking hard. I always die to the stage 2 boss, or I always die in stage 4. Like it's for some people, I think they get crushed by the difficulty. So, I mean, what's the biggest tip you could give to people trying to 1cc the game besides those things you mentioned?
Well, the most important thing is, of course, knowing what you're supposed to do by watching replays.
Okay.
And then
Very important.
practicing the stages, practicing the bosses, so that you know that you have a general idea of what to do.
So if you don't practice or you don't watch any replays like at all, you think this is it's gonna be significantly more difficult, credit to credit.
Well, driving blindly is harder than driving with your eyes open.
all right, cool. All right, I'm glad we got that out of the way then. Okay, cool.
Anyways, shall we start the replay?
Yeah. Why don't we? So I think we're ready for expert. I do want to kind of go over that, the idea of the difficulty because, this game, the big thing I've heard about it is that it's difficult. So, hearing those words, I think may encourage people to try again. All right, so
somebody compared the difficulty of the game to Katsui, which I think that's about as wide as can get.
I think that's a good comparison.
Probably, yeah.
I see.
I wouldn't agree, but I think Ketsu is harder.
Really?
Yeah, but let's continue. Let's go with the replay.
All right, right on. So, yep, we're going into your Jaimers' expert 1cc and scoring replay. Correct? This is score. You're playing for score, right?
Well, I follow a scoring route, but it's mostly just a survival one, really.
Okay.
I didn't clear the game before, and that was mostly my main goal.
Okay, so your main goal is just to clear the game here. Okay, cool. But you will inherently probably do scoring type stuff in the process, right? That's usually how a good shmup works out.
Usually, a scoring route is also a survival route.
Cool. All right. I have it queued up. Okay. All right, let's do it up. I'll count down. So it'll be 3, 2, 1, click will be the countdown. All right. 3, 2, 1, click.
Hang on to your butts.
So we were watching in the intro to the show, we were watching a regular arcade run. We're going to expert now. So Autobahn was off there, right?
On.
Oh, it was on. Oh, okay. And yeah, of course, the expert dresses. They have like swimsuits. The girls. I don't know if that's on stream, but I can see it, and it's distracting.
Right at the intro here, I'm going to do a special trick. Because I'm going to fill up the chain, the hyperbar, until it's about full. So that when I collect a B, there will be a screen cancel, which will show up in a bit at the mid-boss.
Is collecting a B always a screen cancel?
Only when you fill a hypergar with it.
Oh, okay, cool, good trick. Okay, gotcha. Neat, nice trick.
Okay, this mid-boss is pretty silly. That's why I'm going to cheese the hell out of it.
Alright.
First by activating a hyper here. And make sure it's not... And as you can see, the hyper bar is almost ready, almost full. So by collecting this B, you get a screen cancel.
Nice.
And pretty much trivialize the whole mid-boss. And
So-
next I'm going to break the chain here. So that the rank doesn't get too high, because the first 2 stages are all about the rank management. Keep it as low as possible.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Right, so like right here, I'm not shooting to not get any Gorg here.
Wow, I didn't expect to see rank management, really. So that's gonna be a theme. That's probably gonna be a theme throughout the run then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
Also right here, I'm at a level 2 hyper. Activating level 2 hyper only gives you a 1 rank increase, while a level 3 hyper gives you a 2 rank increase.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm going to activate a hyper right here in order to not to get too much rank, which also makes this boss completely trivial. It's a bit hard, but not really that much.
Awesome. So it looks like what we're going to see throughout these stages is really important placements of hyper usage and collecting bees to cancel bullets. It looks like just based on the stage, like that's going to be basically your strategy here.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's awesome. I like that. It's like bullet.
Also whites.
Yeah, it's like bullet
Also
canceling.
whites.
But go ahead.
As a white here, I'm going to, of course, try to keep the hyper level from not going to level 3 until the mid boss here.
Music in this game is great. Classic Manabu Namiki here.
Yeah, yeah.
I can never say his name right.
Manabu Namiki. I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
A team with expert is that all the mid bosses are incredibly silly. So we have to do tricks like this, where you just hyper it now to only get 1 rank increase, and then just bomb it.
Nice.
Bombing also decreases the rank, which is very useful.
Oh, cool. Yeah, that worked out really well. It looked like it was what you're supposed to do there. Because, the mid-boss patterns are pretty ridiculous. Like, just dodging them reliably is, like, not a thing you can do, really. Right?
Not really, no.
It's just that crazy. So they expect you to use those tricks. The correct hyper cancels and B cancels and bombs.
Yeah, from here on out, I'm not really going to do any rank management.
Oh, really?
Just I'm trying to keep not from hypering until the stage 3 boss. I mean, also this boss has some tricks to it. First of all, that blue pattern here is actually static, so you can just follow this route.
Cool.
And right here, this part is streaming. I think one part is aimed and one part is aimed away. And if you start the next pattern right there in the corner, it's actually going to aim there. And that way you only have to dodge through the hard red wave only once, instead of 2.
I see.
Because it just ends right there. Which helps a lot because this boss is actually pretty hard.
It's hard even in normal mode too. Like that attack, those 2 attacks are usually pretty tricky.
So
yeah, it's probably one of the hardest stage 2 bosses actually in most cave games.
Did your auto bomb trigger there? It looked like.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
Okay, well worked out.
Hey, rank 0 now, so.
So you said you're not even doing rank management anymore. Is that because it's just too crazy from now on?
Actually, I'm just not hypering until the stage 3 boss now.
Oh, okay. So that is what you're
If
doing.
I didn't get hit there, I actually would have purposely hit something after the mid boss to collect a bomb and thus reset the rank to back to 0.
So the difference between like rank 0 and 1 must be pretty big, huh?
Not really, but every little bit helps.
Okay, because I imagine the bullets do noticeably increase in speed. That's the main thing that changes.
You're probably
I feel
going
like-
to. Yeah. It's hard to notice, but it's there.
Right.
Actually, for this section, you want to make large sweeps from right to left to kill everything in one go. And right in a second, I'm actually going to kill a boat that is off screen to the right, or it can come on the screen and shoot something right there.
Okay, I saw the explosion. And that's all I saw.
And here comes another silly mid boss. But one of the advantages of Type B is that using the shot here, creates a ton of slowdown.
Oh,
So
awesome.
it's actually pretty magical this way.
Nice.
I didn't talk much about the shot types, but usually for a normal game I usually like to use type A because it's a very fast moving shot with a fast forward focus that can destroy pretty much everything in a game in a few seconds. It's shot. But in expert that isn't much of the case because expert really restricts your movement because of all those three-way shots. So type B is actually the best compensation there.
Those slowdown dodges were fucking epic. Like, that would not have been possible if it was not slowed down. It was like, oh no.
Oh,
After all that epic dodging.
Yeah, I didn't know what happened there.
Alright. Well, we didn't talk about extends either. When do they come? And
Extends are score related, and one secret extent as usual.
Okay. And what are the values for the extends?
I
And
think it's like it's like 800 million and then 1,800,000,000. So
Okay.
like,
okay, what's your score right now? I can't count that many numbers.
basically he's nearing the first extent right now. So
Okay.
when that reaches 8, he'll get an extent.
So he's got 75 million. Is that what it is there? Wait.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I don't even know the real numbers. I just say like 75 or 76.
Too many numbers.
775.
Million. Okay. So it's 800 million.
Scoring is not really important until stage 5.
So 800 million is the extent. Hypercell shooting action. I had Mars Matrix.
Hyperactive math.
But yeah, like Jaimers just said, scoring isn't really important until stage 5 or so. Oh yeah, here's that tricky one I mentioned too. The Dodonpachi chaining, where you want to get a lot of hyper stars. If you keep chaining, there's this little light on top of the the hit meter that'll light up, and when it's lit up, you'll get more big stars. And big stars give you a hypercharge, and you want that.
Yeah, we didn't mention the big stars, so they always appear like just from killing.
Yeah, they
stuff.
appear when you kill stuff, and the chain meter at the top, there's a little light on top. When that lights up, that means you'll get like big stars from it.
Okay, gotcha. Alright.
What I didn't mention is that collecting all the beats in a stage also gives you an extra hyper. And for this boss, you just want to shotgun it. So you can start here. Skip all the hard patterns.
Yeah, there's like a little spot you can go right next to and just shotgun the shit out of it.
Yeah, those first wheels are aimed at you, and those are aimed away, so you can just sit there, just keep shooting them in the face.
You made that pattern look dangerous, but you survived.
This pattern
It's
looks like
not
fucking. You go ahead.
Yeah, normally there's a safe spot on the normal modes, but not here, and this pattern is extremely crazy, so you just want to hyper this.
Dang. Yeah, you just get pushed back to the screen.
Yeah, optimally I want a level 10 hyper here. You just kill it immediately.
So the higher the level of the hyper, it's more strong, right?
Yes.
Is that true?
Yes,
Cool.
yes.
So that's why a level 10 would kick its ass.
And on level 6, the hyper also gets bigger. Hyper laser and hyper shot, which helps a lot.
Okay. Stage 4, right? Or
Yeah, we're on stage 4
Yes.
now.
alright.
You can hear stage 2 Dai-Ou-Jou music playing in the background.
Right.
Little homage.
Yeah, you may have noticed that the stage 2 boss and stage 3 boss resemble all the Dai-Ou-Jou bosses a lot.
Going from one side of the screen to the other.
A lot of streaming in this stage.
Yeah,
White
so
here's
yeah.
White here's another beat trick. Keep the hyper cork almost full, and then just use its beat to cancel everything.
I don't think we've explained the terminology streaming on the show before, but basically it refers to like a lot of aimed bullets or like patterns that kind of push you in one direction. Therefore, like the bullets themselves are like streaming behind you. Like that's like a good definition, right? Something like that.
I guess I'd say it was just more like bullets are aimed at you, so you just tap, tap, tap.
Oh, okay, just like a tap dodge pattern. Okay.
It's like here, tap, 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 tap.
This part you gotta,
Yeah,
that
you
little
heard
part
it,
there
the
you gotta
bullets,
practice. You definitely gotta be slow on the tap dodges there, because otherwise you like hit the edge of the screen and those enemies keep killing you. I remember I was practicing that at my buddies because I was like, "Fuck this shit." And this guy's got the extend, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
If you
You need to kill him without bombing,
okay, and
so don't get hit. It'll be good.
looks like he did that. Oh, yeah, there. Okay, he picked up the one.
Yeah, I grabbed it immediately, yeah. Because if you don't grab it immediately, it's going to get really annoying because it's just going to float everywhere and keep getting in your way.
I like this part how the background is just like infinite opening doors.
Yeah.
It's just retarded.
Max security here.
Max security, yeah.
Need to go deeper. Oh, we're there.
Yeah. Should have had 3D glasses for that part. Dude, imagine a 3D shmup.
There's like a 3D Gradius that exists. I forget what it's called, but like
Oh yeah.
it's an actual arcade machine.
There's a 2D version of 206. It's pretty silly.
It's like Star Fox. It's crazy. Anyways, anything you want to mention here? Oh, we got the second extend there.
Oh, cool, cool.
Which is good. Now you're
For-
fully set
for-
for.
For 1.8
Stage
billion,
five.
I believe. It was
Yeah.
that would be. Dang. Oh, that was a nice little squeeze.
There's a lot of slowdown there, yeah. Yeah, you want to quickly kill the thing on the right before you get overwhelmed. Again here. If you don't kill those guys on the right, they're going to get really in your way. And you try to dodge that big guy.
Right.
Yeah, you just want to go slowly to the left and then quick, you go back to the right.
That slowdown is intense. It looks necessary though.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, pretty much. And right there, you just want to wiggle like crazy. You cover the entire screen. with your
Oh.
shot.
Nice.
So you like streaming but wiggling. That's kind of cool.
That's where you actually use the character as they can be used.
It's actually a really good strat. I'm proud of that.
That's the
The
feature.
ultimate wiggle shot type.
That's the feature of the green. Is that
Wiggle
wiggle?
waggle.
Yeah. Whoop whoop.
Its opener is very different from the normal game. And it's also really hard. And there are like 3 different variations of it, and it's you have to dodge them differently every time.
Wow. Okay. Ooh.
And right here, you just if you did the stage perfectly up till now, you have a level 6 hyper here, and you can just go crazy on them and just use it to skip all the hard patterns of this boss.
So you actually
Right here, if
get
you-
rewarded in that sense then.
If you shotgun it right here before hyper runs out, the next pattern will end before it gets any hard.
So point blanking does do more damage in general.
Yes.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, and that's with the laser, especially.
Yeah, laser only, really.
Okay.
Yeah, you're using the laser aura to do damage enemies, as well as the normal laser.
Now what Jaimers is doing here, he's recharging his hyper by slowly killing these things that surround him. And he's doing it in a way so that it won't like aim towards him. So he's basically he's just gonna keep doing this over and over until he gets like, I don't know, what hyper do you get?
I think level 6 or something.
Alright, but yeah, he's doing this because stage 5 is where like you get rolling the points. So you want a big hyper for stage 5.
So he's getting more hyper there because those enemies were getting closer.
Yeah, basically, I think if you
Yeah, you're
aura,
hitting everything with your laser aura.
yeah,
So you're hitting like 10 enemies with your laser aura.
Oh, so
It's-
the aura is what does more damage point blank then.
Yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
That too, yeah.
Okay.
here we go.
And the
Stage
the
5.
stage starts off very scary.
This is the barrage.
It's
Yo.
pretty crazy, yeah.
That's a good start. Just rain it down. Make it rain.
Making it rain, bitches.
Our trick right here is to keep the turret off the screen, because enemies that are off screen can shoot at you. Also, I haven't really talked much about why rank is bad for score, but mostly it's because this stage there are a lot of bullet cancelling enemies, and when your rank is low, more bullets are on screen. Because if the rank is higher, they are going to go away faster, and so you have less good bullet cancels for scoring.
Right, because each bullet cancels into a gold star or whatever. It's
Yes.
like, yeah.
Yes.
Stars.
The stars and all the star items also add up to your hit counter.
Gotcha.
So basically, in the overflow video, I'll explain more in detail. But yeah, that's pretty much why he wants low rank until this part, this stage.
Oh. Okay. Alright, we'll get into that after. Jesus, that's some nerd soup.
Nerd soup.
Like the candy, we've talked about it on the show before.
Oh yeah. They should make like cereal or something, or like candy.
Well, it'd be like
Hey.
Trix or Fruity Pebbles soup. Fruity Pebbles
Anyways,
cereal.
first mid boss.
Nerds everywhere.
It's like it's this boss pretty standard. Just stream
Hyper.
away, hyper, kill, use the hyper to kill it quick. Oh, and he gets a recharge right here. So basically how a recharge happens is when you kill something, just as your hyper ends and it releases all those big stars, you'll actually take in those big stars and it'll refill your hyper, like immediately. So that's a big thing in like scoring. And I think it'll happen again here. He's gonna kill it just as the hyper dies.
And they're going to do that a lot in this stage, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
Actually,
Nice.
So here we go.
Ooh.
Hyper goes
That was-
away.
That was pretty dope. You could probably compare that to
I actually messed it up quite a bit, actually. If I waited a second longer, I could have gotten a much larger cancel.
that's very similar to
maybe,
the Death Smiles
maybe level
recharge
8 hyper.
trick, too. It looks
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
it's a very similar concept, where it's like you wait until it's over, and then just the point items on screen then funnel into you. That's really neat.
And hyper canceling in this game is awesome. It's probably like my favorite aspect of this game.
You gotta have good timing, though.
That's why stage 5 is like worth the price of admission.
Mm.
So that's where like all this stuff happens.
Well, yeah, this is just orgasmic gameplay.
So here we go.
Too many nerds. It's a sugar overdose.
We get a nice, beautiful recharge right here. There we go. Look at that. Only level 4. It's still pretty good though.
Yeah, because I messed up earlier, I had a low level hyper and I had to actually wait a bit, which caused the hyper to be lower.
Yeah. That's the one thing about stage 5. It's very, very strict. If you fuck up one thing, you're gonna fuck up the rest of the things. But you just gotta adjust accordingly, pretty much.
So this is like, so the general gameplay is almost like Toho-like with all these bullets.
Just dodge.
Because it's like yeah, it's just all sorts of crazy, just randomly floating bullets, and then you're just kind of getting set up for the mid bosses and bosses with your hypers ready. It seems.
Well, that was the end of the mid boss rush. Now he's just gonna be focusing more on these enemies that will cancel bullets when you kill them, and Here's one coming up right now.
Oh,
He's
wow.
right as he feels it in his hyper end. Boom!
Damn.
He's gonna absorb right. He's gonna recharge all that hyper. And basically, this is one of the main scoring tricks of stage 5.
Yeah, it's just these guys, yeah. The mid boss rush and these guys.
These guys. I wonder if they even have a name.
These guys.
The name's a bunch of fuckers.
Well, they do look a little bit like bees. If you actually looked at them. You can't see it, but they do look a little bit like bees. Oh, and here comes another big recharge right here.
Holy shit.
You got enemies coming from up above, and look at that. Level 7, here we
Whoa,
go.
whoa. You smashed your waifu there.
Oh, he fucks up arms. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is the
wow.
biggest mistake. I just went to the left way too early and everything messed up.
Yeah. You managed to recover, though.
Hey, you have a hyper already.
Hey, the level 7, that's so disappointing, though, but should happen.
Oh, he had a hyper level 7. I see.
Well, it doesn't really matter. Because there are some checkpoints in the stage where if you have a hyper, you can pretty much just get back on the road.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Like right here. If you have a hyper, you can just use it and you can. It's the
Yeah.
right time. It's the right timing for the next cancel.
Yeah, basically, as long as you have like a level 1 hyper, you can pretty much just cancel right back into another thing and just get back into like the big ass hyper chains.
You're only really fucked when you don't have a hyper.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like how it's set up so that the places where you're supposed to use a hyper end up helping you later on with the timings.
Yeah.
That's a good design. It's neat.
There we go, hyper recharge.
Oh yeah.
You gotta make those noises or else it doesn't work.
Yeah. No doubt.
Also, right there, I have no idea how you're supposed to do this. This is probably the hardest thing in the entire game. This section right here.
Okay.
Yeah, these two assholes.
Okay.
And this is
Oh,
the asshole brigade, pretty much.
Yeah, it's
Dang.
like basically the gatekeeper keeping you from that perfect stage 5 score. You gotta get past these guys and then
Yo, you got him though.
home free.
That was good. That was nice.
And begins the tank rush. Woo!
Man. This is intense.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't stop.
Pretty much want to use the laser here because using shot is not enough power to kill everything.
Oh, dang.
Also, just so much popcorn.
Dang. And then I like how those ships, like, shook the screen when you destroy them.
And here we go, the final boss. Hachi.
Just regular Hachi.
Just regular Hachi, no Hibachi. Basically the big ass B.
Mr.
Also, the
B.
hardest boss in the game.
Really? Okay. Starting it out with a
Next
hyper and a bomb.
Yeah, you pretty much just bombed that first part because it's silly.
Okay.
This section is a lot easier if you use a shot because again,
Wow.
there's a lot of slowdown.
Yeah, I love that you use that. So I assume that really doesn't work as well with the other types. The slowdown generation.
It works, but I think it's best with the type B.
Right. Okay. I gotcha. Is that the main reason you use Type B?
Well, I use Type C, but Type C has a really weak shot, which I don't like. And the Type A I like Type A in normal game, but in the expert mode not so much because of all the restricted movement. This Type B is just better for that.
Okay. Gotcha.
Hikaru is a better girl anyways.
That too.
Yeah, I don't know what to make of that, but I'll take your word for it. Oh wow.
Yeah, here you can see how small the hitbox actually is.
Nice. That was really neat. Oh shit. Wow.
This is probably my favorite attack in the game, the whole game. This honeycomb attack. It's so good.
Stick it on the left side here.
Yeah, on short and laser this pattern is actually very easy, but on expert it gets really hard. So we just try to do this, and this works 90% of the time. And it's just time the blue bullets don't go to go there.
Nice.
But it takes a while. It takes a while if you do this.
Whatever works. Yeah, so I think this is the game with the first dubstep boss theme. First shmup.
It's interesting why he chose Namiki, why he chose this, but it kind of works.
Yeah, I do like the theme. It's pretty hype. It just makes me imagine breakdancers, like just somewhere breakdancing.
Here we go with the final phase.
It's like breakdancers, and they're like breakdancing, but every movement of their dance like dodges bullets. Like that's what it's like. Like the Matrix. Holy shit, that pattern.
What is final pattern if you want to use the hyper?
Damn.
I think level 3 is the minimum you need to kill it quickly.
Yeah, to kill it like without killing yourself. Point blank.
Yeah.
And there you do, doing a little victory dance.
Everyone loves,
mandatory.
everyone loves the little victory dance. So that's it, no more bosses? Alright, cool, good job.
If I died one last time, Hibachi would show up. But I don't think I would have beaten her.
If you died again? Oh, one less time.
One last time.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, I see. But okay, wow. But this was like your clear. So are you gonna try to get it clear by beating Hibachi as well, or?
I could,
Yeah.
but pretty much everything has to go perfectly.
Oh, that was pretty awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
Hey, good job.
Yeah, good
Anyways,
job.
we done with this video?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna watch the credits, or?
No.
Okay.
Let's move on. Alright, so let's see. I think we can why don't we go to the not the overflow, let's actually go to the Hibachi video, and that's
Yes.
the one I got on YouTube for you, Soda. That's the YouTube one.
Okay.
This Hibachi is the best thing ever.
Oh my god, yeah, it is.
So we want to just show you guys what Hibachi's like.
Can you post the link, please?
Yeah. Well, it is posted in that chat already, but I'll post it again. Timestamp is 25 minutes, 25 seconds.
Oh, we're doing Inbachi.
Yeah, Inbachi, my bad. I guess, yeah, we won't see Hibachi then. But, it's alright. Inbachi is the king shit.
The overflow video has Hibachi in it.
Okay, cool. That works.
Oh, it does have Hibachi too? Okay, cool.
The overflow video does, which we'll watch afterwards. We'll talk about that afterwards, but we'll just watch Hibachi
alright.
first here.
I'm all set up.
Alright, cool. We all good?
Yeah, I'm ready.
25, 25. Alright, I shall count it down. 3, 2, 1, click. So this is an expert replay, right? Or this is arcade?
This is the normal game.
Normal game with Inbachi. And the requirements are the same. Correct?
No, the requirements are just no miss, no bomb. Or auto bomb at all, I think. And collect all the bees.
Oh, so it's just the everything requirement, right?
Pretty much. I think there's like a rank requirement too, but I'm not sure if that's true or not.
The rank 30 maybe.
Yeah. I think it's no miss, no bomb. 30,000 chain. 30 rank, all Bs.
Well, it's not messed up with the requirements to just watch the action.
Autobahn, hyper. Whoa, holy shit.
Yeah.
This boss is just ridiculous.
Hardest video game boss ever.
And I
Yeah,
still don't think in arcades it's been cleared. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure about that, but I mean,
I kind of like how he sits up there.
I'm a bit confused.
Did the aura eat him up there?
nah, I'm not sure. I think he just might have just rammed into the boss by accident.
Or he might be using abusing invulnerability frames.
Hmm.
Like the auto bomb has a very short duration, so Inbachi doesn't get any invulnerability frames from doing that.
Yeah, that's another reason why I pick an auto bomb, because it will help you make the Hibachi fight a little bit easier. By removing
It's
those
very useful on
frames.
Hibachi, yeah.
Now here comes the fuck all pattern.
Transformation.
Evil.
Oh my goodness.
Shinugayoi!
Like, I don't even know where to
Oh shit! He dodged that. He dodged the volley. That was amazing. Oh my god. And
go.
another.
So doing it. Like, I don't even know where to fucking look in this.
He almost got another volley. That was amazing.
Yeah, this is completely ridiculous. Also keep in mind that your hitbox is pretty big, so you can't do any lock dodging here.
Oh my god. How?
I
How?
was getting through that. No, I don't know.
What the fuck? That's like some cyber shit. Robotics. It's like playing DDR on like Maniac 12 footer.
I think even if you like somehow managed to no miss, I think there's like a TAS of this, where he like no missed it, and it still took him like maybe a minute and 30 seconds just to kill it. So that's a minute and 30 seconds of just pure adrenaline dodging.
Yeah, like he's using all his resources, but he still needs to make time of actually damaging him
Look at
by
this
dodging.
Yeah, that last health bar drains very slowly, so you've got to go through all of this for quite a long time.
Alright, last life. 3 bombs. Sliver left. The magic pixel, as they say in Marvel 3. Oh
Ooh.
no. That's probably the sound. That's probably the noise the guy made when he did that at the.
Lion Man GGG, I think his name is.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I believe it's a Japanese player. Could be wrong. Seen that guy on the other cave leaderboards. Actually, I watched his 1.0 Pink Suites all replay. Pretty good with Matey and Meaty.
Did you say Hibachi was in this video too? Because I don't see it.
No, in the overflow video.
Oh, in the
I watched
overflow,
after
alright.
this. All right, so let's. So yeah, that was. I don't know. That was just badass. I mean, the DOJ. The DOJ last boss is pretty infamous as well. That's just Hibachi, right? In DOJ, in the original DOJ, was the last one.
Yeah, Dai-Ou-Jou just has Hibachi.
But I know like that boss is also pretty infamous for being super difficult. mean, these cave games with like the very final bosses and like the second loops or expert modes or super requirements always take the cake for pretty much.
I think Hibachi and
craziness.
Dai-Ou-Jou is mostly infamous because of the washing machine final pattern.
Oh, really? Okay. Gotcha. Okay, we'll be going to it's overflow video. So you want to explain what the heck this is going to be?
All right, I'll try my best to explain it. But
Or
basically,
what's going to happen here?
basically, there's a glitch in the arcade mode, the original arcade mode. When the GP counter reaches a certain like number, the game like freaks out, and basically, when you're hyper mode, it freaks out and basically just gives you like all 999999999 whatever. Basically, makes your counter extremely fucking high, and it breaks the score counter pretty much. So you're basically scoring like 1,000,000 points off just one
Yeah,
enemy.
a programmer
Should
fucked
be.
up somewhere.
Yeah, like a fuck-tillion points like, from one enemy. Chat15 made a post about this in Shmup somewhere. I'll link it. I'll give it to you. It's like linked in the description. It basically explains like what the deal is. It has something to do with a 32-bit integer. But just to ignore all that techno jargon and stuff. That's basically what happened. So
You say it's a specific enemy?
it's like, no, it's not a specific enemy. It's like just a specific value that you have to reach, and it's easiest to reach this in expert mode because there's like a lot of bullets, a lot of stars you can get from hyper recharging, a lot of shit to kill, whatever, you know. So basically what we're gonna see is it's like pretty much a perfect stage 5 run, and he's gonna get like perfect recharges each time, and doing this will cause the overflow to happen and the score to go absolutely apeshit.
So this is a trick that can be done by only playing stage 5?
Yeah, except recently, actually. By recently, I mean today. Iconoclast posted these videos in the Shmup YouTube Shmup YouTube thread.
Mhm.
Some dude managed to reach it at stage 3.
Okay.
It's a TES though.
Oh, it's a TAS?
Okay.
Yeah. You just need to reach like 30,000 hits or something. And then a programmer made pretty much misplaced a comma somewhere. So instead of you get a gain of 3,000%, you get a gain of 30,000%. I think it's easiest to explain this one.
All right. So yeah, the explanation is kind of a little weird, but yeah, I suppose we'll just.
It's a really silly mistake that the programmer made.
All right. Well, so we'll just basically be marveling at
Yeah.
at the
Before we
score.
start, I just need to run to the bathroom real quick. So before we start, I'll be right back before I overflow my pants. So I'll be back.
All right. So this is a 15-minute video. I thought it was actually shorter. But yeah, so he has to do his stage 5 just right to actually achieve it. I see. That's
Yeah, I reached that 30,000 hit, yeah.
okay. All right. Let's take a look at the chat here. See what you guys be talking about.
Play some title card meanwhile.
Okay. DJ Death Label.
Alright, I'm back. Let's start this
Oh,
up.
all right. All right,
Hang
cool.
on. Hang on to your butts. Do the countdown.
All right, Soda, are you ready?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
All right, cool. All right, 3, 2, 1, click. And yeah, the quality will be a bit low in the video. It's the best we could get,
yeah, this is from Nico Video.
but it should
thank
be.
you. It should be. You
Be good.
can see numbers. You can see everything.
Yeah.
One thing I'd like to mention is that you can see that the rank is at 0 now, which means that he pretty much perfected everything up till now. Everything, which also includes the stage 3 boss final and the stage 4 boss, which is pretty fucking insane. Because you saw that last pattern on the stage 3 boss.
Yeah, he basically perfected fucking everything. So now he's at the perfect, like rank and shit to be at for stage 5. So right now, basically what he's just doing, he's just trying to get to the mid-boss where the real ride will start. So it's basically just surviving for up to now. This whole run is basically just surviving and keeping your resources intact until the first mid-boss. And then he's got to do all this shit perfectly.
Damn. So this is a case of like a bug.
Yeah, you always start at the mid.
So this is a case of a scoring bug that actually you need to perform super well to pull off.
Pretty much. I think this is the world record too,
Which
right?
actually makes it interesting.
I believe this is the world record, yeah. Or at least very close to.
Yeah, because like with this kind of bug, anything can really improve your record. You just like you could just kill one more enemy and like your score would be different. So here we go. Starting up here. This is going to hyper, I think at the second or third pattern. Here we go. We're starting now. So basically it's just gonna kill this boss real quick. Boom. Boss is dead. And now we just gotta wait for the second mid-boss, and he's gonna recharge off of that. So now he's gonna kill everything,
Can you get a full
value up.
recharge?
Yeah, we'll see. I think he gets like 6 or 7. So here we go. Gotta kill him. Look at that recharge. Hype. Level 8. Here we go.
That's pretty good.
So now he's gonna just wait and do this little trick at the third mid-boss. Here he comes. He's gonna wait until the bullets fill the screen. So not this pattern, but the next one. And anytime, boom! Here we go. And he's gonna kill it again. He's gonna wait. Boom! Look at all the little stars, man. 26k.
The GP there is at 77.
Yeah, GP's going nuts.
Just
Now we're just waiting for the fourth hidden mid-boss, actually. This guy doesn't come out if you don't kill him quickly.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
another hit. That's awesome.
So here we go. But watch, boom, he's gonna hype it right away. Why is that? Because there's actually a fifth hidden mid-boss.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Why are they all there?
Basically, the faster you kill them, the more mid-bosses there are. I think this is the
speed runners.
last one.
Wow.
So yeah, harder patterns. And he's going to kill it right now. Look at all that fucking hyper. Look at all them fucking stars, man. Holy shit.
Shit.
So now we're at level 6. Now he's just gonna wait until the next big guy where all the stars are coming. So it's basically just survive, stream through here, walk around, fly around, dodge. Boom, here we go. Oh, fuck. And he hypers there so he can recharge off the leftmost of those, like, you know, little bee thingies. Whatever the fuck you want to call them. I don't know what do you call them. I just call them recharge things. So here we go. Mad hype. Level 6.
Oh my
Now
god.
now he's gonna do some balls deep trickery. He's not even gonna bother killing the right one there. Why is that? Oh, hyper, here we go. He's gonna kill that for some more GPs. I'm just gonna call them GPs, gold pieces, whatever. Look at that fucking shit fill the screen, dude. Killing
What's
that.
going on?
Yeah. It's fucking ape shit.
Is this
It's
so? Is
overflow.
it in effect, like the bug, or yet, or
No, not yet.
I will tell you will know when the
Okay.
bug's in effect.
all right?
Oh
So
god, here we go. Look at this mad fucking hype. Holy shit. Max level hyper. And oh my god, dude, it's gonna happen. Boom! Overcharge! Here we go. Now the score's going fucking ape shit. Look at this shit.
Oh my
The
goodness,
score
that's
is just
stupid.
going out of fucking control. It's
Can't
overflowing.
stop- you can't
Akita's
stop
pants are overflowing with, like, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And so now all he has to
stars.
do now is just kill everything. Recharge. Here we go. Gotta do it again. Hypers
Matt
again,
Hyper.
just to get that fucking overflow still in effect. So now he's just gotta kill everything. Everything has to die.
Can't
Gotta
count
get-
that high. It's making me dizzy.
Yeah, it's going crazy right now. So now it's just 999999999 whatever. God, I can't even keep myself here. It's just
Level
fucking
99,
intense.
baby.
So here we go, another
Just
recharge.
just dancing mad, yo.
Now he's got a level 6. Charging off again. Oh, now this is the best recharge coming up right here. He's got to keep
The
like
best one.
3 of these things alive. Basically, he's just tapping away, not
Oh
killing.
wow.
He's
He's
just gotta
holy
keep all that
shit.
alive. Actually, I don't know if he has to keep it alive here. No, that's only normal mode. Arcade mode. I'm thinking of something different. But here we go. Recharge. Boom.
220 fuck billion.
Yeah.
Still got the tank right
Now
here.
here comes the final asshole part. He has to get past these 2 guys and go right away. Sweet victory. The big ass world record. Just gotta get through. And he made it. And here we go. Boom! Here comes the final rush. The tank rush. He's just gotta kill fucking everything. He's gotta kill these guys. Gotta kill
I'm
those
surprised
guys.
it didn't counter stop
I know.
because that's like super duper.
It's just fucking crazy.
This shit's super. Super Mario Kart.
Oh, and that's the rest of the. That's all the hyper you can get.
That's all you can get.
He almost counter stopped the fucking hit counter.
Nice.
See that?
Oh wow. Wait, so the G or the GP isn't maxed out anymore.
Yeah.
So it went down, or
Yeah, because this boss is not in hyper mode.
oh,
Alright, so for whatever reason I don't have the video, so I'm just gonna be watching off the stream, so
oh.
I
All
may
right.
be delayed.
So what else are we looking for here? Like just the
There's no more overflow. The overflow part's done, so I'm gonna calm down. Now it's just the stage 5 boss and Hibachi.
Okay, why don't we just watch till Hibachi or something? We don't need. I don't think we need to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, you can skip the Hibachi if you want.
Yeah, skip to Hibachi if you like.
All right, let's do that. Let's find where it is.
No promises are gonna be content being calm during Hibachi.
We're on the time limit here, kinda. All right, so I think we can go to what 10:10, something like that. The boss is being destroyed. Hey.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Let's go to 10:20 actually. 10:20. And Soda, just let me know when you're good. Alright, we good? 10:20?
Mhm.
Alright, 10:20. Alright, 3, 2, 1, click.
懐かしいような匂いがします。より強力なエネルギー発生。
Alright, so.
And it sucks, so I'm gonna have to watch off the stream, but
Yeah.
alright.
みんなにはみんなの。
So yeah,
now we gotta-
Hibachi is pretty much the funnest boss Geef has ever made, in my opinion.
Really? You think
Yeah.
so? That's neat.
We got the battle of the lollies right here. Got Hikari versus Hina. Who's the best girl?
That Dodonpachi pattern.
Was she saying Dodonpachi?
She's just going like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all of these patterns are references to previous Hibachi fights. The first one was from Dodonpachi, the first one.
Really?
But in that game we had a safe spot, so that's pretty much extremely easy.
Oh, that's really cool.
Never saw that second pattern. She's basically taunting him, doesn't even shoot him. It's like, Hibachi ain't shit. But there's actually a reason why he did that. James, you can explain if you want to.
Yeah,
You get
if you look closely, you can see those fireballs she shoots, and those originate bullets from. If you use the shot, you can't see those fireballs, so it's a lot harder to anticipate where bullets are coming from.
Oh, okay.
Because now we got the Daikukatsu attack going on here.
Classic cross edge. Well, you ain't got left and right ones, I guess.
Yeah, doing that pattern perfectly is pretty much the most essential part of this battle, because you do
Really?
more damage in that time, which
Okay.
is so close and shot. Yeah.
Jeez. Willy Wonka needs to calm down on those nerds.
ここまで来た人ですね。
This
So here
trick
we go.
actually is only really useful on high rank. Because on the low angle, it's it's not really that useful. Because the bullets clutter, so you want to just finish it off quickly and use bombs.
Yeah, this pattern's fucking nuts. It's a lot of fun to dodge. This dodge, Dai-Ou-Jou, whatever. But here we go, off to the final phase. Begin with the Dai-Ou-Jou washing machine attack.
And there's the Dodonpachi.
I'd say the Dodonpachi is the only thing that you can actually effectively dodge.
Ooh.
Notice the washing.
Yeah, the washing machine is not really dodgeable in this game now. So because the bullets are really weird in this game, because they are way more angled than in the original.
Oh,
And yeah, the hitbox is just way too big for this.
right. Okay.
So the Dodonpachi attack is your best bet for trying to kill her.
Yeah, you damage her on the Dodonpachi attack and you use resources on the washing machine. Which
Yeah.
the autobomb is very useful for this because of if you get hit on the Dodonpachi attack, it's not so much big of a deal because you can still damage her. Because there's no invulnerability frames.
Wow. That was fucking cool. Alright. Alright, we're done with that then. So, wow. That was a lot of points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points. That's the world record, baby.
So, let's see, how many digits we got here? 3, 6, 7, 10, 13.
Trillions, I think.
Oh shit, 3 trillion. 3.5 trillion, I think. Yo. I think.
Yeah, close to that.
Somewhere in there. It's hyper solid shooting action. Alright, so cool. We're finally gonna get to the final replay that we're gonna cover. Icarus's 360 mode, 1cc and score replay, and should be awesome. So, yeah, 360 mode made for the 360, obviously. They changed quite a few things, and I suppose I'll let you kind of take it from there, Icarus.
Okay. Well, the main differences between arcade and 360 mode is in 360 mode there is no life stock or bomb stock. You only have one life for the whole game, and it's basically governed by a health gauge that maxes out at 10,000. The health is used to fuel your bombs and your special attack. Special attack Cave calls the shot laser, which is basically you holding laser and water fire together. And when you do that, it creates a much more powerful attack that generates big stars for extra hypers, but it drains your health quite rapidly in the main game.
Okay.
The health is also used for bombs. You can manual bomb and it'll cost you 2,000 health. 1,500 health, and an auto bomb is 2,000 health. And the bombs still have the same properties as they do in arcade mode, where if you manual bomb, your chain is cut by I think 25-30%. Whereas if you get hit with an auto bomb, then it basically kills your chain completely. The only way to regain health in this case is to use hypers. And the hypers have the same properties as they do in arcade mode as well, where if you use a level 6 or higher hyper, you generate bigger stars than you do if you use a level 1 to 5 hyper. So the basic strategy for 360 mode is you're generating hypers by draining your health as much as possible, and then you use whatever hypers you have to regain health, and it's basically a backward and forward way of playing. But it is pretty involving once you get into it, because there is a lot more hypering involved than there is in arcade mode or some of the other difficulties.
Right, so it's very kind of a resource management heavy mode, you would say.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Cool. Also, they say your mic is like kind of fizzing or something. Could you like turn it on and off or something like that? That might help, or something like that.
Is it really bad? Is it?
It's not really like you're still understandable, but you're just like clipping a little bit.
Is that better?
Sounds the same. You know what? Maybe can if you could rejoin the call, we'll try to resolve this real quick. That might help. All right.
An 8 SG Weekly without technical difficulties.
Yep. All right, I'm calling them back. Yo.
Hello?
Oh, I think it sounds better actually.
That's way better.
Good.
Okay, and I'm actually picking up your fan now, Radical, for some reason. Oh, there it goes. It went away. All right, cool. All right, Icarus, what's up?
Okay.
All right, you're sounding better. Cool. All right, so yeah, some lots of hypering going on in the mode because you're using the health bar, which you use for everything you do in regards to spending the hypers and bombing costs.
Yep, that's right.
Bombing costs health in the mode, and then you can, if you're below a certain threshold, I don't know if you mentioned, but you can die when you take a hit.
The threshold is basically auto bomb cost. So in the main game, if you get hit when you have less than 2,000 health, that's instant game over. Whereas once you get to Hibachi's second form and onwards, there's a little bit of a change in your ship based on the story, and you basically transition to a more powerful ship version. And the costs for bombing actually decrease, and also your special attack as well. I think it's 1,500 for an auto bomb and 1,000 for a manual bomb. And the rate which your shot laser depletes your health is actually reduced by about down to 20%. So it's like 50 per second rather than 200 per second.
So is the health is that out of 1,000?
10,000.
10,000? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. All right. And then so your replay here is second on the Xbox Live leaderboard. So
It is, yeah.
You are pretty good at it. The first guy though has like quite a bit of a larger score though. So and then I think you said because he just has a kind of a better route in general, which is a bit more risky. But so it's kind of cool that we do have you on for this mode because you can kind of go ahead. You can kind of be an authority on the mode a little bit because maybe some people aren't are unsure about how fun the mode can be, but it seems like you really enjoyed it. Obviously you got this far, so.
Well, I think a lot of people play 360 with shot type, and shot type is basically the novice mode patterns, whereas laser type is based on arcade mode patterns, which is why I prefer laser type to shot type.
Really? Why do you think they separated them like that?
I don't know, in all honesty, but I prefer laser type because it is obviously the harder mode. I think a lot of people tend to write off 360 mode when they play a shot because they think, oh, this is going to be very easy. Right. But I think if anyone's actually played it before and they really want to try it again, I would probably recommend picking laser or expert because that's where the game really shines.
So I've heard the kind of criticism of the mode that it can be too easy. So it gets harder though when you actually play it using the hypers all the time, and that increases the rank, which goes up to 50 pretty easily. Mm-hmm. Isn't that right?
That's right. Yeah. I mean, when I'm playing it for score, I'll be maxing the rank by stage 50, and it does get pretty crazy in stage 5 when you're at maximum rank.
There's 50 stages.
You said stage 50 on accident.
Sorry. Stage 5, sorry.
Okay, cool. So, it sounds like it'll be pretty neat. So I guess, you're supposed to play it a certain way. If you just went into 360 mode, just being like, you don't know what the heck you're doing. I think, it might be a little kind of a yawner, but you make it look really badass when you play it this way. And I think, it could definitely be enjoyed. So why don't we get into the replay then? I think we're pretty much ready to go. All right. 3, 2, 1, click. Awesome. And when the rank gets high, it really does get pretty interesting. Because it is a lot different. It does feel a lot different than expert or normal mode, right?
Mm-hmm, it does. Yeah. The rank does make the game a lot harder. In terms of the patterns themselves, I think arcade has much faster bullets, but it feels to me that 360 mode laser has more bullets on screen. Slightly more bullets on screen.
Is there more slowdown because of that
there
as
is.
well?
Yeah, there is a fair bit of slowdown in later stages. Yeah.
Okay.
At the beginning and throughout most of the actual game itself, I'll be trying to build up to level 6 hypers because they give you much higher attack power and they also generate larger stars as well, so much better for your hit count.
And you said there's a difference between the 1 through 5 hypers and then 6 through 10. What was that difference again?
The 1 through 5 hypers tend to give you smaller stars when you kill things.
Okay.
And also smaller stars when you destroy something that cancels bullets, whereas a 6 to 10 hyper gives you much bigger stars, and also I think the attack power is doubled as well because you can see a change in the in your laser and shock power when you use them. First hyper here will be for health generation.
So yeah, you regain health when you're hypering.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm usually trying to balance the amount of health I got so that I've got enough for later stages.
Okay. Is there a benefit to being in danger below 2000 or whatever it was?
If you can manage it properly, then yeah, you can basically use up all of your health to generate bigger hypers, but most of the time I try and leave myself with at least a little bit extra just so that I can generate level 6 hyper a little bit easier in later stages.
Okay.
Yeah, the other difference that I didn't mention is that in 360 mode you can actually destroy boss parts as well, and usually when you do, they give you between 25 to 50% hyper bar. So picking off all the boss parts is actually required to generate more hypers.
Right. Okay. Nice.
And here I'm delaying the actual kill of the boss to a more denser bullet pattern so I can cancel it for more hyper energy.
Classic cave.
Yeah, laser tapping, as you saw there, is a key technique in Dodonpachi games where you're just tapping your laser on an enemy to keep the chain bar up, but dealing as little damage as possible.
Yeah, then people may notice as well that the music is arranged in the 360 mode, and the operator talks to you constantly, right?
Yeah. There is a story going on, I think, with 360 mode where Hina, or Hibachi as she is known, is infected by a virus, and basically Saya's got to go and stop her.
Okay.
By the way, I think another change with 360 mode for the bees, weren't there?
Oh yeah, sorry. With the bees, you don't actually get any hyper energy from them, but it's all points. And each bee is basically 10,000 points multiplied by the highest chain you've got in the game so far, which makes chaining very important, especially in stage 3, because they basically add a large chunk of your score.
Oh, nice. Bees are a good score. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Pretty much works exactly like in Dai-Ou-Jou, I think.
Yes, except without the extra hyper energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do a lot of point blanking as well with the hyper because when you're in point blank, you generate hits quite quickly as well.
Right. Okay. And yeah, needless to say, dropping your chain just really sucks in this mode.
It does, yeah. I think in all the modes as well, the higher your chain, the faster you gain hyper energy by lasering.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in all the modes, you basically want to try and build your chain as high as you can because it makes generating hypers a lot easier. And it's especially important in 360 mode because obviously if you get hit, you lose your chain, and it means you can't generate hypers as quickly.
Breaking the parts once again. You do have a question in the chat from Ken Papa. Why did you, maybe you should save this for after the replay, but yes, why did you focus to choose in the mode?
Why did I choose 360 mode?
Yeah.
I think it's more fun than arcade mode, primarily because it's got the one life condition, which kind of fits my gaming tastes. But I just prefer the way it's paced as well.
Okay.
It's not to say that 0.5 are not as good, because they are very good fun to play. It's just in terms of the way I play the games, 360 mode is where I prefer it.
Cool. So yeah, definitely shouldn't be overlooked in that case.
Hmm.
I think it is being overlooked a bit. So hopefully, maybe some people play this more.
I hope so, because it's, like I said before, it's a really fun mode to play, and there's a lot of balance that you need to do, a lot of balancing that you need to do. Stage 3 is where it gets fun though. This is probably the most important stage in the game for me, because if I get a big chain here, it adds at least 4 or 5 billion to my overall score potential. But it's very hard to get a good chain here, because the route I developed here, I actually took from the world record player, but I changed it slightly for my own strategy. But it's very difficult, because the route I had previously was very consistent, but I was at least 10,000 hits lower than I should have been.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of hyper cancelling here as well. In arcade mode, you get quite a lot in stage 5, but here I use quite a lot of hyper cancelling, hyper recharge cancelling here.
Can you state what you change from the world record when it happens?
Pardon?
Can you state like what strategies you change from the world record as it happens?
Yeah, sure. Basically, I'm playing it basically like the world record at the moment. I think it's just after I kill the mid-boss where I change it slightly, because he takes a more point-blanking route, which is obviously a lot more risky, whereas I sit back a bit further, and I time my hypers a little bit differently. There isn't really much difference in terms of hits, maybe about 2,000-3,000 hits, but I prefer it because it's a lot safer.
So this right.
Go on.
So this right here is the world record stuff, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah. It's also the same as the arcade mode play as well, where you're delaying this mid-boss kill, because there's a much more lucrative pattern to cancel in a minute.
Gotcha.
The clover tack trick.
Yep, just here. Yep,
Oh, cool.
hyper cancel there.
That's pretty
Actually-
sweet.
Yeah, I was actually quite lucky, because I nearly killed the mid-boss when I was lasering that building, so I had to be very careful there. And then health cancel here. I delay here slightly, and then kill it again.
So that was like a lot of little tricks that just happened in this, between about 10 seconds there. A bunch of little timings that you kind of had to set up.
Yeah, that is a very difficult route to do. I'm not very consistent at it yet. Like I mentioned before, my older route was a lot more consistent, but at this point, in my older route, I would have had 27,000 hits, whereas here I've got nearly 37.
Yeah, that looked pretty clean.
It's very difficult to do. It is very difficult to do. But I'm not very consistent at it. It's like maybe 1 in every 3 or 4 attempts I get it.
Right.
Just here point blanking to get a little bit extra hyper. The main difference here between me and the world record holder is he delays this next hyper a lot later than I do. Yeah, I go quite early there, and it costs me about nearly 3,000 hits. Whereas he delays it until the top row of big tanks start firing, and then he activates his hyper.
Is it because it was more dangerous to wait from
no, I
those
think
enemies,
it's
or
more
you like
valuable
this
to
time?
wait.
Okay, you like this timing better.
Yeah. It's more dangerous to me because obviously it's harder to keep your chain there, and I have lost it a few times there when I've tried it, so I just went back to older routes.
Oh, okay. Right.
Those larger enemies at the end there, you have to delay a bit, because if you kill them too fast, those stars don't spawn, do they?
No, they don't. I think RSQ mentioned this to me a while ago, that if enemies are off screen and you destroy them, they don't actually generate any stars at all, and that includes those big enemies.
So yeah, your rank is up to 29 now. We weren't really keeping much an eye on it, but it's pretty high. It's pretty high now.
There's no rank management in 360 mode. If you're going for score, you've just got to keep pushing.
Yeah, that's cool. That's so you end up playing it, quote unquote the right way in that case.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty much how it is. I mean, that's the point of the show.
Yeah.
To play it the right way.
The nice thing about 360 mode is that if you do just want to play it for a simple play, you can just ignore hypering completely, or if you want, you can hyper
Yeah.
to keep yourself alive. But the right way to play it is to continually drain your health to generate hypers, and then use your hypers in big scoring situations.
Yeah, I mean, if you just want to see, like, you know, badass cave art and explosions, I mean, of course, yeah, feel free. I mean, it's a very beautiful game.
Yeah. That stage 3 was actually worth 2.4 billion more than my old scoring route, just in that stage.
Wow. I feel like stage 3 and 5 are like the best stages in this game.
Yeah.
Stage 4 is kind of like this little lull, but I never really played that much 360 mode, so maybe it's better
Yeah.
than this.
Well, stage 4 is pretty fun in 360 mode. The mid-boss is obviously the worst part of it. But it is pretty good fun to score on this. And like I mentioned before, you really need a big chain early on to make most of this stage. And because the B items are now worth a lot more than they were in my previous runs. Here I'm just using a health generation technique, which is why I went with a lower hyper. To try and build up as much health as I can for this bit where I basically drain all my health on the next wave of enemies. Yep, these guys. I'll basically kill all of my health here just trying to build up to a level 6.
Yeah, once again, yeah, you're pressing both, or how do you use both the attacks?
Yeah, you hold down laser and auto fire buttons, so A and C buttons together. Yeah.
And that spends health to gain hyper faster.
That's right,
That's
yeah.
the main thing here.
Yeah. It's also a more powerful attack as well, so if you're just starting out, you can actually use it to kill things a lot quicker than normal.
Okay. I kind of like the way this mode sounds, because it does seem like you can really experiment when you're first starting out.
It does.
In terms of managing the health bar and what parts, you know, you need help on in terms of firepower and stuff like that.
Yeah, it
Kinda like
does.
that.
It's a very open mode of play. And the routes that I started off with, I actually took from 360 shot, and I tried to adapt them, and there was obviously quite a lot that needed to be changed. But as time went on, I started to tweak most of my routes for the way I prefer to play. Like here, you can see I'm using short bursts of the special attack to try and generate as much hyper as I can, but it also means that I don't use as much health as I should do.
Wow. Neat.
In this part as well, I think the world record holder goes through here with a much later hyper, but I hyper earlier because it just makes killing everything in this section a lot easier.
Man, that hyper is huge.
It is big.
That's what, like, the best part about Saya.
Yeah. Funny thing
Pretty
is
ridiculous,
that that size laser actually carries over to arcade mode as well, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, whereas all the other 3 shot types, the hyper doesn't really change in size when you use a level 6 or whatever, but Saya's does.
Oh, okay. It's a Saya thing. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Like Saya's level 6 below hyper is the same size as level 6 and above the other ships. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Yeah. This bit's quite difficult.
Okay.
Yeah, here I'm just waving around with the actual shot to try and slow the screen down. But I've also made sure that I've left myself with at least 90% hyper in the bar, because this next part I'll be cancelling the bullet.
Right, the hyper, yeah,
Yep, just there.
cancels.
Yeah.
It's a cool mechanic in the game, is the canceling of bolts when you gain a hyper.
Yeah. You can see here I'm using hypers a lot, but this is a health regeneration because I need close to maximum when I start stage 5 to build a level 10 hyper.
Right, okay, yeah, so you're preparing.
Yeah. It also has the nice side effect in pushing my chain up quite high, which means that my B value is a lot higher in stage 5 as well.
Oh.
Which is why I went with this technique. Yeah, because without those 2 hypers, the level 7 and the level 1, I'd probably be around about 32,000 hits at this point, which means that B value isn't very high. I still haven't worked out why these rings shoot at you sometimes, directly at you rather than outside. But,
Oh wow, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's a trick to that, yeah. Because if you look at the ring, there you can imagine there being two rings inside that ring. The inside ring and the outside ring. The outside ring is near the end of it. If you're near the end of the ring, the enemies think that you're outside of the ring entirely, so they shoot outwards. So you have to wait first to shoot, and then you can go back in to kill everything.
That's good to know, because sometimes I get shot, I get hit by the bullets that go inside, so that's actually quite good to know. Yeah.
Yeah, it took me some time to figure out myself too, yeah.
Yeah.
One of those weird things about these games.
Yeah, I thought that was the case, but I could never get it consistent, so I just ignored it after a while. Stage 5.
Neat.
Yep, this is all health regeneration for this hyper, but I follow a very specific route through this part. The most difficult part for this first section is when this hyper burns out now, because sometimes I get clipped by all of these bullets coming in. Yeah, that's the most difficult part for me there. And then just here as well. But once this bit's done, it's somewhat plain sailing until the mid-boss.
How's the hitbox in the 360 mode then?
It's pretty small actually, yeah. I think it's almost as small as in expert mode.
Okay.
It's all hyper regeneration here, but as you can see, I'm using the special attack in short bursts to try and maximize my health. But I am building towards a level 10 here because the fun begins at the first mid-boss.
Yeah, I do like how you use the bursts of the special. That's cool.
Yeah. You really need to get used to using it in bursts because it does maximize your health. Back when I started, I used to just hold it down, drain it all in one go and wonder why I'm not getting as many hypers, but after I've sort of figured it out, I use it in small bursts in certain places.
It's like, cause the popcorn just get eaten up, right?
Yes, it does.
So it's like, you might as well just use a burst.
Yeah, it saves a lot of health. First mid-boss, and a very fun cancel for me. As you can see, I'm trying to stay at point blank here. But the actual cancel was a little bit late by about, I think, 2 rings. So I thought, ooh, this could be a little bit difficult here, but it works out in the end. Second mid-boss. Yeah.
Man, Type D's hyper just tears through these compared to the other ones.
It does, yeah. It's still you still need to time the hypers very carefully in 360 mode though. Usually after the second mid-boss, if I've got at least 3.5 hyper, I know I'm good for the rest of it. Third mid-boss, I time for both health and hyper regeneration on the fourth one.
A lot of preparing for sections ahead in this mode.
It does, yeah. There is a lot.
The meters and whatnot.
Yeah. I point blank here and then I back off a little bit and hopefully cancel
Lots of
it.
setup.
Yeah, there is. Sometimes I have not enough here, which means I have to drain more health to get to it. But luckily I got 4.5 when I killed that mid-boss. So I sat back a little bit and just slowly built to a 7. But when I was doing the run, this I felt was a small mistake here because I killed this mid-boss too early. I think I lost about 3,000 hits.
I didn't see the stars from that one.
Yeah, it was too early.
Oh.
Usually I should have at least 48, 49 by this point, but I was about 2,000-3,000 hits short. But technically I'm par for the course here because once the hyper burns out, if I've got at least 48,000 hits here, I should be okay for the rest of it. This bit is hard though, there's a lot of screaming and that turret in the top left can sometimes trap you in between all the bullets.
Yeah, I gotta say, those 3-way, like, suicide guys are usually pretty hard for, like, laser types.
Yeah, they are. But if you stream them from the right position, then you can pretty much get through them quite easily.
Yeah.
Here I delay a little bit. This bit can be quite difficult to chain if you're not hyper into it.
Pretty disappointing that those bullet cancelling guys don't cancel bullets actually.
Yeah, it is. That would probably make the chain even higher than it should be, but You can pretty much build quite quickly off them. I think the world... Go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, it's a damn shame they don't cancel.
Yeah. The world record holder actually point blanks them while they're still at the top of the screen for extra hits, which is suicidal in my thought life, but it does help.
The ball's deep.
Yeah, no.
Gotta be suicidal for those scores.
Yeah. He does some pretty crazy stuff in his run, like he's point blanking all of these bullet cancelling things for extra hits. As you can see, I'm holding back and playing a little bit safer because this stage is very tricky. We've still got 2 more difficult parts to go to yet.
Yeah, those point blank strats get kind of ridiculous sometimes.
Yeah.
You got to be really in a good spot and know what you're doing a lot of the time.
Well, if you can watch the world record for the 360 shop mode, Kichinoku uses quite a lot of point blanking throughout the game, and his score is like at least 12-13 billion higher than mine in that mode. Pretty insane. Hate this bit. Because usually at this point I have no health left from trying to build a level 10 hyper. And you can always get killed at this point.
This bit's the toughest for everyone, I think.
Yeah.
These are the gatekeepers.
Yep.
But you got
Max
past
hyper.
The asshole brigade.
With the beekeepers.
Got a max hyper here, which means this is just pure scoring. But when you're hypering, still you need to... The way I do this section is I use laser continually, because obviously it's got more power. And it just blows through everything, and I try and cover some of the tank tracks so that none of the tanks can spawn, but you still get hits through them. And that was a mistake. Yeah, I got hit. But thankfully, that was right at the end of the actual tank rush, which means it didn't cost me that much points. I was going to bomb there anyway to try and get into position for the last B item.
So, what would your score would have been like if you hadn't dropped that there? Like, you to keep that into the boss, right?
Yes, I think my score probably would have been a little bit higher, maybe 50, 60 million higher. So instead of what I've got here, which is like 44.7, I'd probably be at 44.8, 44.9, something like that.
Okay.
And I usually hate the first form of this boss because at max rank it does get pretty clippy. Those bullets can clip into you quite quick.
They look kind of nasty.
Yeah. I mean, I was lucky I got a good pattern here as well, so... This is a bit of tap dodging. And I took this technique from Iconoclast, but and it does work as well. You sit slightly off center and then dodge a little to the left and then move backwards. But I got hit here because I panicked a little bit and moved backwards.
That was kind of crazy.
Second form is a little bit easier though. Once you get the actual patterns themselves, they become quite easy to do. Most of it's just tap dodging here.
You've nearly maxed out the rank.
It was maxed at the very beginning of the stage, I think.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah, I took that auto bomb hit, which knocked 2 off it.
Oh, right. Yeah.
The white here, you actually want to misdirect that steel to the wall there.
Yeah.
Didn't mention that.
But my change here is because I need some health, so I hyper that actual pattern. And then I hyper all the way through the crystal pattern because it slows down the game very, quite a lot, as you can see. It makes dodging things a lot easier. I really need to try and generate as much health as I can though, because I hate Hibachi. And if I'm not at close to max health for that, then it's very, very difficult.
Wow.
One nice thing about this boss in 360 laser is that if you at least do this particular pattern carefully, you can actually kill it with only a level 1 hyper. But I got hit there.
Looked like he almost had. I didn't even see that. No one saw it really.
I would have had it, but I think I moved a little bit too far right and I hit one of the blue bullets.
Mistakes, they happen.
Yeah, no. That's the worst thing about 360 laser, though. One mistake can be pretty costly. If it's early in the game, then it's fine, but later on in the game, it's pretty big for score if you get hit once.
Mm-hmm.
Hibachi.
Cool.
First pattern is obviously different.
Yeah.
It's a bit easier, this pattern.
Yeah.
A tiny bit.
A little bit. You can see the bullets are moving a lot slower than they are in arcade mode though, but they are all over the screen, so here I hyper again to try and generate a bit more health.
This pattern actually is a lot more longer than at the Dodonpachi attack.
Yeah. This one's a bit easier to do. I say a bit easier even though I actually get hit. But yeah, it's a little bit more rhythmic, that one. The gaps are a bit bigger.
I love the music here, how it reflects the Hibachi themes from the past with the attacks.
Yeah, the music's pretty good in 360 mode. I like the remix. This pattern's a lot easier than it is in arcade mode. You just wait for an opportune gap and then you tap across.
Yeah.
It's a lot faster in arcade mode, but I think the arcade mode version is really, really good fun to dodge, especially when you get the rhythm right. This is where your ship changes form.
Oh, that's a cool animation there.
It basically changes to a version of the expert type ship, but like I mentioned earlier, you actually have more power, attack power, and your health depletes less when you use bombs or if you use your special attack, as you can see.
Dang, that laser looks sick.
Yeah, but that's why I try and generate as much health as I can, because the washing machine is very, very slow in 360 mode and it moves in really weird ways, which means you can often get trapped or caught by bullets.
That was a bit weird.
Yeah, and the Dodonpachi pattern, as you can see, is a lot slower as well, but there's more bullets on screen.
The washing machine actually reminds me of washing machine in that label if you use shot type.
Oh yeah, Death Label is funny. Usually once I've killed Hibachi though, I know I've got the run sorted, because Inbachi is a lot easier.
Cool.
Yeah. I've had so many good credits ended by Hibachi. Just actually getting past it with this score was actually quite refreshing, but as you can see, I was making a few mistakes in this one as well. I usually don't get hit as often during Inbachi, but I think probably the adrenaline took over slightly.
Yeah. when you guys something on the line, it gets kind of rough sometimes.
It does, yeah. And this pattern I usually find a bit easy, but I actually get hit at least 2 times, and I think at this point I was starting to get a little bit worried because I was thinking, ooh, it's probably going to go wrong, I've got to be careful.
Panic.
Yeah, panic. This pattern is simple misdirecting. As you can see, there's less bullets than there is in the arcade version in Bachi, so you can actually move from side to side to lure the red bullets.
Yeah, in the arcade version, all the bullets came from all directions, so you actually had to move up and down, as well as move left and right. But here, it's just one single aimed line of bullets. Like, what is the point?
Yeah, this pattern is quite fun as well. It's actually quite quick, this pattern, but I intentionally delay it.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yep. For a nice, big, juicy hyper cancel.
Uber
Jesus,
cancel.
mad hype.
That bee, angry bee leader.
And I changed my tactics for the second form of Inbachi. Here I'm actually going to try and maintain my chain. So I'll hyper during certain patterns and I'll also manual bomb as well.
And it ends with a door pattern.
Yeah. more bomb. Yep. And then I build that level 1 hyper. I think I got a little excited though at this point because I killed it a bit early, as you'll see. Yep, way too early. Never mind, I got it.
Yeah. Nice, man. Yeah.
Big
Thank
relief.
you. Relief, yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
you can finally play other games.
I know you're trying to get 50 billion here for a while.
Yeah, it was. I think it was because you guys mentioned that you wanted to do Saidaioujou and feature the 360 replay.
Yeah.
And when you said that, I looked at my old one. I thought I'm not really happy with that run. And I
Yeah.
think I could probably improve it a little bit more. So I started working on it, and that's when I posted a stage 3 redo on YouTube. And I think Radical, I think you remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I actually started playing it again, and that's from then on I just started, tweaking my routes and changing a few things here and there, and eventually got it, which is a great relief, great weight off my shoulders.
Yeah, very nice. You didn't have it ready for last week, did you?
No, I did.
Yeah, so there's actually a benefit to us postponing
Yeah.
last
think-
week.
The funny thing was, last week I nearly had it. It was a 49.95 billion all clear. And I thought I actually had it at that point, but I miscalculated the end bonus, and that was really, really disheartening, I think. But I just thought, I'm going to get it, so I'll just sit down and I'll keep trying it.
Cool. But yeah, great job on finally getting that. You think you're going to come back to the mode at some point?
Probably.
Yeah.
I did actually do a little bit of experimentation a few nights ago, just for about half an hour, to see if changing my stage 3 boss chain would improve my chain a little bit, and I think I got another 15,000 hits out of it by hypering the stage 3 boss. But I don't know if it'll actually add that much more to it, and to be honest, getting an extra 6 billion to catch up to the world record is kind of out of my league at the moment, I think.
Yeah. Well, at least you know that there's room for improvement. So it's always the cool thing about having those leaderboards for like these non-arcade modes is,
Yeah.
you actually can watch the replays and know
Yeah.
that something better is possible. It's pretty cool. I've always liked this era of the leaderboards and stuff for shmups, because it's a bit different than it was,
Yeah, it is.
before this era.
Quite a few of the routes that I would have came up with, quite a few of the routes I would have done, I probably wouldn't have come up with on my own if I didn't have access to replays online
Right.
or via the leaderboards, especially the stage 3 one, which turned out to be a lot more beneficial than I thought it would have been.
All right, well, that's gonna wrap up the episode. We are actually on the last couple of minutes that we can
So
do.
we're 2 minutes left.
2 minutes.
2
All
minutes
right. So yeah, thanks everyone for coming on this episode. I think we learned a lot about Saidaioujou. Every mode definitely has its own merits. They're all played a little bit differently, and I think you can find something that you like. One of the modes, depending on what kind of player you are, but pretty difficult game. But I think if the difficulty is really, really bothering you, I think you should probably try to play 360 mode.
Yeah.
I think I would recommend that because resource management seems really cool, and I think we got a really good idea of all these different modes. So, yeah, thanks a lot, guys, for coming on. It's really good, and hopefully, I think people like this one. It was a very requested episode and all this. So,
Before we
yeah.
go,
Yeah,
chat, who's the best girl?
we don't I can have time for that.
No.
1 minute to get that in.
Yeah, I say Saya. Saya is my waifu.
And Sai wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Yeah, well, of course, I like them chatting.
Yeah. All right, cool. So yeah, thanks everyone for bearing with us. There's no episode last week and whatnot, but yeah, this will do it for Dodonpachi Saidaioujou, episode 43 of STG Weekly. Thanks everyone, and take care.
See ya.
Bye.
Thanks for having me on.
That's pretty good.
Catch up a little.
Yep.